Live from Las Vegas, Fox 5 News at 10 starts now.
It's just coming down, y'all.
I think we're not going to have dinner today.
Look at this. We are on the river. There goes the bottle.
Another day of record rainfall. How much rain was dumped in the valley and what's in store for tomorrow? And which parts of the valley were hit hardest with flooding, and videos sent in from viewers like you. Plus, a man is burned during a house fire that killed a family pet, where the fire started and what was damaged.
This is Fox 5 News at 10, local Las Vegas.
The first powerful storm of the year rolls through the valley this weekend. I'm Elizabeth Watts. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have team coverage for you of this wild weekend weather that we had. Fox 5's Les Crifton shows us the impact it had on drivers and those traveling by air. Abby Tedros shows us how the rain affected some casinos. But let's start with Chief Meteorologist Ted Pretty for the latest on the forecast. Ted?
Yeah, we still have chances of showers for your Monday. We'll get to that in a minute. But the second of three storms now moving out of the area. Let's get to the latest Doppler radar and show you not much activity around the area. Still not ruling out a couple of raindrops here and there, but as far as measurable precipitation overnight, doesn't seem too likely. That's not until we get into tomorrow late morning and afternoon with a third of three systems to roll through the area. Here is your rainfall total so far for the month of April, broken down on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We still got our fair share of morning showers and early afternoon showers today with 0.14 of an inch of rain. So far this month, just in the last 3 days, 1.03 inches of rain. And that's good enough for the third wettest April on record here in Las Vegas. We saw some sunshine peeking through some of those clouds in the afternoon and just before the sunset. 58 degrees right now. It's going to be a chilly overnight. We expect to drop down to right around 52 degrees. That's exactly where we started this morning. So if you're out and about on this Sunday morning, you'll feel about the same temperature and the same chill that we did this morning for tomorrow morning to start your work week on Monday. Coming up, we'll talk more about that third system rolling over the top of us tomorrow. We still have shower and thunderstorm chances in the forecast for your Monday. We'll break down the timing of when we expect those showers to take place around the area, and then by the end of the week, we'll dry out. That's when some big winds roll through the Las Vegas Valley. We'll get more specific with that also coming up. In the meantime, let's get more news on these pounding rains over the last few days. Here's Elizabeth.
Ted, thank you. The fair storm did dump record rainfall this weekend, as we've been saying. And Fox 5's Les Crifton, he's live near Russell in Mountain Vista with more on how it impacted everyone in the valley this weekend. Les.
Hey, Elizabeth, as wild as the weather was here yesterday, last night, and even this morning, by early this afternoon, the skies started to open up. It was nice blue skies, and things started to get back to normal here in Las Vegas.
I stayed in the house and watched the fight.
Ronell Simmons had the right idea Saturday. He knew what was going on outside.
Well, I've seen it before, though, but it just come in like short sprouts.
And those short sprouts that produced heavy rain and flooding was courtesy of a low stalled over the southwest.
This one, dug far enough south off the coast of California and picked up lots of moisture from the tropics, brought it up over here and wrung it out over the valley.
And wrung it out it did. Saturday at McCarran International, the official recording site for the National Weather Service, almost an inch of rain fell. On Sunday, a little more than 1/10 of an inch. Other parts of the valley saw much more rain, like North Las Vegas Airport. It recorded more rain Saturday than McCarran did both days. The bottom line is the bad weather that caused flooding like this near the link was a big talker among those visiting or living here.
Seems like it just saturates and it pools up in certain areas, and it's really bad for driving conditions. So I saw a lot of accidents, heard a lot of ambulances and cop cars.
Well, we have yet to tally up the weekend accident rate from our different law enforcement agencies. The NHP did confirm it responded to 127 accidents Saturday, 43 of them involving injuries. The weather also caused some outdoor events to shut down, including the UNLV Rebels spring game, Petapalooza, and our AAA baseball team's weekend game with Fresno. At the airport, there were delays Saturday and even Sunday morning as the weather hung on. The bottom line, with 3 weeks to go before the end of the month, this weather is already going to make it into the history books.
Just this past weekend puts us at number in the top 3 wettest Aprils.
And while we got rain Sunday morning, by the afternoon the sun came back out, and so did the people who were ready to share their stories.
Actually going to pick up my newborn baby. I was kind of scared. The roads were a little slippery.
tell you, this morning, basically, with all that rain happening here in the valley, I was all pumped up and ready to go out and do something that I used to do in Canada when I worked with the Weather Channel there. I was always sent out to be in the middle of storms and describing the effects of it and what was going on. And I was all dressed for the occasion, and wouldn't you know it, even when I got to work, it was still raining. But by the time we went out the door at around 2:15 this afternoon, the skies started to clear out. No, well, next time. Reporting live, Les Griffin at FOX5 News, local, Las Vegas.
Everyone has a story. Thank you. Hotels and casinos on the Strip and downtown got their fair share of rain this weekend, too. Some were even having leaks all over. Fox 5's Abby Tedros joins us live near the I-15 in Russell with how things are looking tonight. Abby.
That's right. We stopped by some of those casinos today and got to take a look at the damage for ourselves. So with that record-breaking rainfall, these casinos definitely felt the impacts too.
I'm like, whoa, what happened?
Sedona Hughes was surprised to find tarp cordoning off sections of the Plaza Casino after hitting the slots just a day ago.
There's no casinos, no slot machines, and there's plastic everywhere.
With the record-breaking downpour, a handful of casinos on the Strip and downtown were busy cleaning up this weekend's mess. Broken tile, leaky roofs, and wet carpet were all problems caused by the rain.
Water started pouring down from the ceiling. Ceiling tile came down, started pooling up on the ground.
Plaza CEO Jonathan Jossel says they're undergoing rooftop renovations, so their already exposed roof was vulnerable to the downpour. They shut down 50 slot machines and 15 gaming tables.
There was a lot of water, and it got down into the casino, not dramatically, but enough that we made precautions to close it down and cordon off the area.
The link also had its fair share of rain. This video shows rainwater flowing out of one of their parking garages. It was a sight for tourists, but locals say they're not surprised.
It's a reoccurring problem. I've been in the link a few times, and every time it rains, it always happens.
And while this isn't a casino, it's definitely noteworthy. The parking lot at Siegel Suites near the Strip looked like a lake. Officials with the National Weather Service say these places all have one thing in common: their location.
That's one of the lower spots in the valley, so all the rain around there actually flows into there, and so it makes flooding of those channels even worse, because you're getting not only your own rain, but the rain from further west.
Officials with the Plaza Hotel and Casino say they're working as quickly as possible to get things back to normal. We did talk to other guests who say that they are happy with the service there, and officials tell us that they hope to have things running back to normal by Tuesday. Reporting live, Abby Tedros, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
The wild storm. Abby, thank you. And pictures and video continue to pour in on our Fox 5 Facebook page after this weekend's storms.
So a truck flipped over. And all the stuff fell out. All the boxes fell out.
A moving truck overturned at the 15-215 interchange. Looks like the contents were destroyed and thrown about in the flip. Kayla Riley sent this video and said some good Samaritans jumped out to help clean up the mess. Over in Logandale, folks at the Clark County Fair having a ride out, not the fun carnival rides, but the weather. Melissa says on the trip from Green Valley to Logandale and back, strong rain fell the entire time. Videos continued to flood us from Saturday's rain event. Hector Gonzalez sent in this washed out road from Simmons and Alexander.
Well, we were going to try to go to the mall.
Mandy McCuller's mall trip got rained out at Decatur and Meadows with the water rolling on through. And Ann Virgin shows us the aftermath in the Charleston wash, where a horde of trash collected, showing how every bit of litter really adds up.
Boy, look at all that water.
Rhea Blackson shows us how the storm flooded their streets all around their house near Clayton and Gowan. Lupe Ruiz dealing with a makeshift swimming pool after their backyard is filled with standing water. Eventually, things will dry up, but the weather adds some excitement and offers gorgeous views. Magdalena Lopez snapped this shot of the sunset Saturday night near Alta and Jones. And Tony Piccolo snapped this morning's sunrise, a break in the clouds before the next round of rain came pouring through. And if you spot breaking news or experience crazy weather like we had this weekend, we love to see your pictures and video. Make sure you turn the phone sideways so we get the widescreen too. That helps. Feel free to post about it on our Facebook page. Just find us at Fox 5 Vegas. A suspected drunk driver is arrested again after a crash that killed a child and her grandmother in Las Vegas. From Las Vegas, I should say. It happened in California. An arrest warrant was issued for 25-year-old Cheyenne Ray Willie from Tulare, California. That's near Bakersfield. She was taken into custody Friday at her home. California Highway Patrol says Willie is the suspected drunk driver of a deadly crash on March 26th. 10-year-old Jamie Espinoza and her grandma Angelita Espinoza were killed. The little girl's father, George Espinoza, who works at Sunrise Hospital, survived but was injured. Willie faces 2 counts of second-degree murder and felony DUI. Back in March, she was arrested after failing a sobriety test. Willie posted bail but was taken into custody again after a follow-up investigation. A man suffers burns to his chest after a garage fire spreads to a home. The Clark County Fire Department responded to heavy flames around 3 in the morning on Magic Moment Lane. That's near Eastern and Warm Springs. Crews were able to put it out within minutes. One person was taken to UMC with burns, and a cat died in the fire. 4 family members are displaced. The estimated cost of damage is about $100,000, including the vehicle that was in the garage. The cause has not been released. New York is next. How the presidential candidates on both sides of the aisle are pulling out all the stops trying to get support in the Empire State. And the chairman of the Clark County Republican Party steps down. The reason he gave at the end of the local convention this weekend. And Best in Show. How many furry friends found new forever homes at the Animal Foundation's annual event.